Okay, look, this is the part of the video where I give you a sneak peek at what's coming in the rest of the video. But Gary threw a surprise announcement at me.
But imagine if you didn't need to actually manually author any topics at all.
He's gonna show some stuff that is pure magic, but you've gotta watch to the end to see him really drop the mic.
He's gonna go and pick the right tools, chain them together, fill in any missing inputs by generating multi-turn conversation.
Wait, what? Welcome to PowerCat Live. My name is Phil Topness with the PowerCat team, and we're back with Gary again. You're back so soon, Gary?
I am back.
Well, that must mean that the new authoring canvas in Power Virtual Agents is generally available. People can use it in production now?
That's right, yeah. So the thing that we announced last year and has been in preview for some time, which brings all of the power of Bot Framework into PVA so that it's useful for pro developers and citizen makers alike, is all now ready and is the default authoring experience for you.
And I saw in those screens, did I spot an adaptive card as well?
You simply paste your JSON into the new adaptive card node. Once you paste it in, we will look at the JSON and we will extract all of the output variables for you. And then when the node runs, the user fills out the card, hits submit, and all those output variables get populated. It's super easy. I'm
one of the people that have been requesting that for so long, right? Because an adaptive card is such a great way to respond to a user's input in Power Virtual Agents.
Exactly, yeah, absolutely. And another thing we've added recently is a new node for parsing values or parsing JSON. When I send back that JSON, I can convert it in one node to a IntelliSense-enabled record variable, so I can use it anywhere on my canvas.
That is amazing. There must be more things that have come over from Bot Framework that we can now use in Power Virtual Agents?
So we can now respond to hidden events that are being sent from the channel. So think about Microsoft Teams and Microsoft Teams apps, things like messaging extensions, search extensions. Right. When a user is interacting with them, we can now intercept those events and then respond to them appropriately. We've even added another long-standing request, which is an inactivity trigger, which means I can now set a configurable timeout. And when a user hasn't interacted with the bot for a certain amount of time, I can either close the conversation down automatically, or I can prompt them and say, hey, are you still there?
So with all these new trigger types like inactivity or clicking something on a website and all that, how does Power Virtual Agents choose which one to respond to, since there's so many more now?
So now an incoming message or an incoming event can have many triggers responding to it. And you can configure the order in which these things get executed. So what it means you can do is things like, hey, I'm going to have this particular topic execute every single time a message gets received, almost like middleware.
This is exactly the kind of thing we need in the world. I don't know about you, Gary. Probably not you, but I will be honest. In the real world, when I encounter a chatbot as a way of solving a problem, I let out a huge sigh. So I'm glad. Hopefully, this gives us better bots, right?
Absolutely. Well, now you could add a topic as middleware and do things like sentiment analysis on every message that's coming in, so that we can detect your disdain for the bot and we can escalate you to a human.
I try to still be polite because that's what I've been coached to do. But yeah, I bet it still does shine through in my text. So we've gone this far without talking about Copilot, which seems like a shame because it is pretty amazing. In our last video, we talked about it in depth. What's happening with Copilot?
Yeah, so just like our new authoring canvas, Copilot is now also out of preview. Just describe what you want your topic to do, and Copilot will create that whole topic for you. And then once that topic has been created, you can still use Copilot alongside the authoring canvas and all those authoring tools that we just talked about, so that you can iterate on those topics as well. So we're incredibly excited about that.
And it is like magic, but I will be honest. Of the last video, the thing that you showed that I thought was pure magic, especially after getting hands-on with it, is Boost Conversations, right? Yeah. One URL, and then it knows everything about my company, right? Or whatever the topic is I'm giving it. Is that ready too? Please tell me it's ready.
So that's still in preview, but we have made it even better. So still create your bot, point it to a website, and it's immediately useful and ready to answer questions right out of the box. So we can now support multiple data sources, so you can add multiple websites if you want to.
I don't think you even revealed that last time. Nice.
No, you know what? Our roadmap is moving incredibly quickly, and we can now support internal data sources as well. So things like SharePoint sites. So what that means is now within a few seconds and a few clicks, a few bits of configuration, your bot is then ready to answer questions across your entire corpus of information, whether that's internal or external. It's incredible.
It really is magic. I'm so impressed when I play with it. How do you dream up all this magic, Gary?
What can I say? I don't sleep, and neither do the team that work with me. It takes an army to deliver these features.
He is not representing Microsoft culture in action right now. HR will make sure HR doesn't see this. So what other magic do you have up your sleeve, Gary?
Well, we're excited at Build to announce a new limited preview of yet another GPT feature. But imagine if you didn't need to actually manually author any topics at all. We're now making it so that you can add a series of tools to your bot. Those tools could be pre-built Power Platform connectors like you're used to using within Power Automate. They could be custom connectors where you've wrapped an API for your company. They could even be Power Automate flows. But what I'm actually getting at here is the ability for your generative runtime of your bot to actually use these tools itself. So imagine I ask for, hey, I want to find what last minute cruises are available next week to the Bahamas, and also what's the weather going to be like there. The new generative runtime will search across all of the available tools in your bot and will select the right ones for use at the right time. It's
without a topic created.
Without a topic created. It's going to go and pick the right tools, chain them together, fill in any missing inputs by generating multi-turn conversation to prompt the user to provide that information, and then execute those connectors and those tools to provide a response to the user.
So there's no topic created. It knows from my connectors, flows, bot framework skills, and topics, all my tools, and it puts those together in a way to answer the user's question.
That's right. So think about every tool has a description associated with it, and then the runtime will actually use those descriptions to select the right tools for the right job and chaining them together. But what it now means is, hey, I'm going to go create the topics for the 10 top use cases that I know I want my bot to answer. But then all of the tools that are used within those topics and any more tools that you also add to the library can then be used by the runtime to even answer questions that you haven't even anticipated.
And not just answer questions, but take actions.
Take action, absolutely, yeah.
So help me out here then. So like normally I've got this really nice way I can test my topics out, right? I can just type something in and try it, watch it flow through the topic. These don't necessarily have to have a topic, but how do I test it?
Yeah, so that's another thing that we've added is a brand new generative runtime testing experience. So you can actually see how the runtime has selected the right tools, it's chained them together, you can see which inputs are missing, and even see natural language descriptions to help you understand the runtime's thinking.
So you can see what Power Virtual Agents is thinking.
Exactly right, yeah.
This is crazy. So I know you're in limited preview, but thank you for coming and like sharing it with us before, as it's evolving. How do people get signed up for the limited preview?
Yeah, so you can find out about all of the announcements that we've made at Build, and there's a link to sign up and register for the limited preview in the blog as well.
That link is down below in the description and take you to the blog and get signed up. Gary, you have blown my mind. I can't wait till you come back again, and who knows what you're going to bring.
I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching, everybody.